In this video, I go over a couple new books that I got from Zapp Comics. Stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? Justin here, aka No Good Comics, and welcome back to the channel. I picked up some really awesome books recently, and I've been meaning to make a video for them somehow, some way, and so I figured let's just do this now. I'm going to clump just a handful of these books together. These are all books that I recently purchased from Zapp Comics, my local comic shop, my LCS. Shout out to them, Corey, Ben, the rest of the crew over at Zapp Comics over in Wayne, New Jersey. You guys rock. You always have the best books, the best prices, and the best customer service. I can't say it enough, but I appreciate all of you. And yeah, just these are some of the books that I picked up. I've been excited to talk about them, and I figure, like I said, just put a little something together. So I'm recording this on a Saturday, by the way. So technically, the first two books I'm going to show you, I picked up a week and a half ago, not this past Wednesday, the Wednesday before that. So if you didn't see my, buy 3 books, what 3 books would you buy each week, or on Instagram, one of those, it was 2 weeks ago where I kind of broke that, bought a couple extra books, and 2 of them were ones that I showed on that video. So if you saw that, 2 of these, you're going to know what I'm talking about. And these 2 kind of go hand in hand because they are very special books to me, especially that for this series. They're both in the same series, and they are both they're key books. They have some major character appearances, and obviously with the Netflix series getting ready to go come out soon, all that stuff, these are definitely sought after, and I'm just happy to have them in my collection now. So first one I will show you here is I'm talking about Sandman. If you guys didn't already know, Sandman issue number 1, officially the first appearance of Morpheus, aka Dream, Sam Keith doing the artwork, and of course Neil Gaiman on the writing here. If you guys have not read Sandman, well, let me say, it may not be for everyone. It's really dark. I was just talking to my friend Albert about it over at Albert Loves Comics on Instagram, and Albert said it wasn't for him, and I totally understand. We talked a little bit about it. He explained kind of his viewpoints on certain things, and I won't speak for him, but I totally get that it's not for everybody. It certainly is very dark at times, most times I should say, very much a horror type of comic book. So if you're not into that genre, it might not be for you. It definitely crosses some lines as well in terms of just how disturbing the stories can be. But I think that it is so well done. Neil Gaiman does an excellent job with this world that he's created. And I mean, I'm sure, again, for a majority of you who, if you're familiar with Sandman, if you've read it, I know that it is talked very highly of for years. Many people have really liked this, and obviously is why they're coming out with a series on this on Netflix. So I'm very curious to see kind of where they go with the Netflix series. But either way, I just wanted I wanted to own some of these issues, and so this was one that I wanted to pick up. I actually prior to this, I owned issue 5, 6, and 7. So this is not my first Sandman book, but this is the first Sandman book, and I'm very happy to have it in the collection. It's a really nice high-grade copy, and again, so shout out to Zapp Comics for this beauty right here. And then, of course, the second book, as I said, it goes hand in hand. I had to get issue number 8, and shout out to my friend Kelly, aka Spells and Monsters. She is someone who has really inspired me to kind of dive into this series as a whole. I know that she's really enjoyed this over time, and this is one of the issues that she said was a key issue for her that she'd like to own one day. This is, if you don't know, this is the first appearance of Death, which is Dream's sister. Did I say Dream in the beginning? Yes, I think I did. This is Dream's sister, Death, and yeah, just an awesome issue overall. Really just enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to more on this character because I actually stopped reading after issue 8. Not that I decided to stop, but just to spread out my time on what books I'm reading and things like that. I wanted to kind of take a little break, jump into some other things, but I think I'm going to be jumping back into that sooner rather than later. I know my man Jason, aka Claiming Comics, he's been all over me about it, telling me I gotta keep going, gotta dive into more. So yeah, really excited for that, and I'm sorry I'm getting a glare here, but and at this point, just a iconic cover, and just overall just a great issue. So really excited to kind of button this up with having issue 1 and issue 8 now, along with my 5, 6, and 7. At some point, you know, I'll have to maybe hunt down the rest of it just to kind of fill in those first 8. And who knows, after I read the rest of them, yeah, I'm probably going to want more of the single issues. Or I could go the omnibus route, which I've seen there's some really beautiful omnibus out there. I know John has a really nice collection. I don't know if it's necessarily the omnibus. I know there's different versions. There's a bunch of different hardcovers that include like 2 or 3 trades at a time, or even just 1 trade. A lot of different cool collections out there, but I would definitely like to have some sort of nice hardcover collection someday. So, but until then, I will continue with kind of collecting some of these single issues, reading them digitally because that's what I do, and then, you know, one day maybe get those omnibus or those hardcovers. So, yes. Anyways, another high grade copy, especially this black cover here. I imagine it's harder to find this in a crisp, clean sort of shape. So, really happy for that. So again, shout out to Zapp Comics. All right, and then the last book that I have here is a big boy book. I mean, those were big books too. Do not get me wrong, but this is kind of switching gears here. I'm going back with some X-Men, some classic Claremont, some just epicness that everyone knows about. Whether you know X-Men or you don't, I think it's very very well known to the public, to the world, right? Even if you don't own comics per se, but maybe you kind of know about X-Men, I feel like this is a storyline and a character that has been talked about, and it's just very well known. And on top of that, it is some iconic artwork by Dave Cockrum. Really excited to show you this. And again, this is certainly, you know, it was a pretty penny, but it goes towards my my goal of trying to collect Claremont's run between issues 94 and 143. I'm actually now only down to missing 3 books from that section of the series. And if you didn't know, that has been a goal of mine ever since I started reading Claremont, you know, less than 2 years ago, which is crazy to think. It's only been, you know, not even a full 2 years, I'd say, that I've been really obsessed and diving into Claremont's X-Men. But ever since I've been doing that, I've been wanting to own this whole portion of it because I just love it so much. And, you know, and we talk about it on Omni X-Men. Shout out to John's Comics with Kids, every Tuesday. If you guys are, you know, ever around for that, check it out. I know we're not having one this Tuesday per se, but after this Tuesday, it's every Tuesday, 9 o'clock Eastern, with a couple of random breaks in between with holidays and stuff. But yeah, so talking about books like that has just been so much fun, and this is one that goes towards that. So I'm going to stop talking now and just show you the book. Of course, I had to get this stunning 101, and man, oh man, first appearance of Phoenix. If you guys don't know, I mean, just an iconic cover. And this one, I had to go with, I wanted to get this in a higher grade. This is, Zapp put it at about an 8.5 to a 9.0. And I think it's a very fair grade for this. It's a beautiful copy. And for a long time, I kept looking at trying to get a mid-grade or a low-grade copy. And they're definitely out there. They're definitely affordable. But the problem is, because this cover is the cover that it is, and the blues and the greens and the orange, like I personally wanted to go out of my way to get a nicer copy, and especially, again, a lot of the ones that I had found, they were either faded, you know, like the inks were faded, the sun hit it, you know, the cracks and creases in the spine and things like that. This is a super clean copy. There is none of that on this particular issue, and as you can see, the colors just really pop here. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to go a little above and beyond here. And Zapp, I have found the opportunity when Zapp got it in, and I have to say a big thank you to Corey for putting this aside for me until I got back there on the weekend. And again, thank you so much for always, you know, holding the book for me if there's something that I'm looking for, or something that I saw on your wall. So shout out to you, and again, just Zapp Comics in general. You guys rock, and you have completely helped me on just my entire, you know, run. Actually, a lot of the things I own is thanks to Zapp Comics. So appreciate all of you. If you guys don't follow Zapp, I put their information in the description below. But yeah, this issue right here, definitely just an iconic one in terms of like kind of the story that it tells, the development of understanding a little bit of the Phoenix, introducing that entity that we meet with Jean Grey. Powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. So yeah, that's just it. Just those three books I want to talk about. It's been 10 minutes now on this video. I just knew I was going to talk your ear off either way, but I want to thank you all for hanging out. Make sure you smash that like button on the way out. We're going to keep the regularly scheduled program going, so whenever you're watching this, I hope I see you around. But until next time, I'll talk to you later.